So Activision's been growing at a pretty rapid rate over the recent years, and it grew dramatically when they became part of Blizzard. I don't remember who bought who or how that worked out, but it was like hundreds of millions of dollars or something ridiculous that deal was. But I'm pretty sure they've made that money all back by now, if not tripled it by now. But I'm just talking out my ass. I don't know statistics. But point is they got tons of money. Okay, this is the biggest, unless I'm mistaken, the biggest company when it comes to video games. And so they're responsible for the Call of Duty franchise. And so what happened was there was a meeting between I'm reading this right now, so forgive me, Bobby Kotick and Michael Griffith. Now, Michael Griffith is the company's president and CEO of publishing. And I guess he's really, set on having a fair price, mostly for, they didn't say anything about for the customers, but in this article it's talking about the retailers, if they're comfortable with the pricing, because they know the customer. And but he's talking about, he says, very strong retailer acceptance and support for all parts of our plan, including price points. I'm sorry for repeating myself there. That's what I'm reading, a quote. And then Bobby Kotick, the company's CEO, responds to his statement, and this is all upon, I'm sorry for not saying this earlier, this is all upon the realization that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 will retail for 55 euros. I don't know, or pounds or whatever it is, and the thing with the E next to it. I'm sorry, I'm clueless when it comes to European currency. But I don't know what it's going to be in America. For what I know, it's going to be $60 in America. But if that goes up, it'd be ridiculous. And they give all this bullshit about, the economy, blah, 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 and we need to do this so that everyone gets a fair share. And friggin' Call of Duty has let's see something real quick here. If I go to GameStop.com and I look up Modern Warfare 2, I look up, they got a Prestige Edition which comes with night vision goggles, which, I'm going to be fair here, if they're good night vision goggles, it's not a bad price, because night vision goggles, just look it up on Amazon, they're pretty expensive, but that's going to go over $150, okay? I wouldn't be shocked if the goggles were crap. So, of course, the normal one's $60, unless that changes. They have a hardened edition. That one's gonna be $80. Okay, so they got 3 different versions. Okay, and and they're sitting there saying, "Oh, we need to do the economy so bad." This is Activision, and they're making so much money off of this game, especially, let alone World of Warcraft and all their other titles. So if there's any company that's not hurting for money, it's Activision. So then, going back to the conference, he turns to Tony Geekas, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, who was in the meeting, also talking about the comfort level of their pricing point. He turns to him and he says, "And Tony, if it was left to me, I would raise the prices even further." I bet you would, you greedy douchebag. How much money do you need? I'm not one to sit there and attack rich people, because I don't really care if they're rich. It's their money, they earned it. But when you're, raising the price beyond retail, for a game that's already, gonna, sell like mad. I mean, Modern Warfare is one of the top-selling games in history. So it's totally unnecessary, and they don't need the money. Like I said a million times, they're filthy, stinking rich. They're a huge company, huge. But really, I don't have anything else to say. I mean, it's just, I look at guys like this, and I hate getting preached to. I hate to get the whole, imagine if you were in this life situation. But I'm going to do it to him just this once. this guy is rich and he apparently just can't get enough, and they're using this economy bullshit. They use excuses like, oh, you're lucky to have a job because the economy's bad, or because the economy's bad, we're going to raise prices, or because the economy's bad, we're going to do this to hurt somebody else. And, like, I know I may be blowing this out of proportion with video games because we don't need video games, and when push comes to shove, we can buy it used and screw them, well, not really screw them over, but at least I know I won't be contributing. I just get sick of corporations using the state of the economy as an excuse to say this is how we're going to screw over our employees or screw over our customers. And companies are using this economy to say they're doing poorly when they're not. I mean, are corporations struggling right now? Yes. Is every corporation struggling? No. Should they stop pretending to be struggling when they really aren't? Hell yes. Of course. Stop acting like you don't have any money. Activision is not struggling, and they're using that to raise prices on their games. And if you're anything like me, like, I'm not one to make a stand and say, this will teach this company, blah, blah, blah. But I think we should buy it used. Because if they're going to raise prices, just because they're so damn greedy, then, that's what they deserve. And I don't care what excuse they have, because I'm not buying it.